And so a question I always pose to people, I said, man, why do you want it? Why do you do it? And I was with a kid 2 weeks ago, and he said to me, he said, Inky, I want to be rich. I said, young man, there's nothing wrong with that. I said, as a matter of fact, I hope you get it. I hope you crush it. I hope you take care of your family, give back to your community. I hope you get it. I said, but I want you to understand something. The true measure of your wealth will always be if you got it, captured it, and then you lost it, then how much would you be worth? In other words, how much is your character worth? In other words, how much is your integrity worth? In other words, if you got something and you lost it, like, is your face card good enough to where if you showed up, somebody would trust you off the strength of who you are as an individual? And when I look at people, I always ask the question, I say, man, tell me what Nike stands for. They said, oh, Ink, that's easy, just do it. I said, tell me what Adidas stands for. Oh, Ink, that's easy, man, impossible is nothing. I said, now tell me what you stand for. I said, when people look at you, do they think excuses? I said, when people look at you, do they think victory? When people look at you, do they think that's a person that's going to give me everything they got, not on some days, but on every day, and it's not going to be predicated upon if I feel like it, because I think we all know if we only worked on the days when we felt like it, none of us would get much accomplished. I'm talking about the real level of commitment, not the commitment that falls in line if everything goes right. I'm speaking of the commitment that says, I am going to stay true to what I said I would do long after the mood that I've set it in has left. And so now the question becomes, can an individual become committed to the process of what they do without being emotionally attached to the results of what they do? In other words, if they don't get what they thought they were going to get, will they still be the same individual, and will their character still be intact?
Sometimes we have to ask ourselves, what's using my life? Heard a guy give a lecture one time that says, we are today what we were when. And he was talking about the fact that we, to a great extent, behave, think, react because of some previous experience that we've had. One of the things that we know about life is that it is always changing. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Sometimes things go real well, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes you're happy, and sometimes you're sad. Now that's that thing called life. And when we begin to understand and know that, accepting that reality that we will never ever have things just on an even keel all the time, that you're going to have some ups and you're going to have some downs, but during those down moments, that's where the growth takes place. That's where the work is. See, anybody can feel good when they have their health, their bills are paid, they have happy relationships, the children are acting normal, business is successful. Anybody could be positive then. Anybody can have a larger vision then. Anybody can have faith under those kinds of circumstances. Am I correct? Yes. See, but the real challenge of growth, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, comes when you get knocked down. Somebody said that adversity introduces a man to himself or a woman. How you handle it, that's where the growth takes place.